Hey everyone, so I'm overwhelmed. This video is probably going to be a little bit different. It's probably going to just be me walking around and rambling. Look at how pretty it is here. Doesn't it look nice? But yeah, I'm about to start my third week of school and I'm going to put a hat on. Wait, where did my hat go? Believe it or not, there used to be sand over there, but it's covered up by snow. If you couldn't tell, there's a lot of snow here. And I just realized the battery in this camera is about to die, so I am walking back to my apartment. But yeah, I'm about to start my third week of classes. We did the first 2 weeks online, and now we're moving to in person. It's weird, like they made the first 2 weeks online, but like everything was open, like the library, the IC. Okay, I think I was saying something about how everything was open, but we weren't doing in-person classes. First 2 weeks of classes weren't anything like too special. You have the usual syllabus stuff, but some of my classes are like already getting kind of intense. Like I have one class that meets once a week, and that class is going like really fast right now. And I'm actually only taking 4 classes this semester, and comparing that to last semester, I only took 4 classes, but I also had an internship. This time it's just 4 classes. So you'd think that would mean I would have a lot more free time and everything would be really easy. And to be honest with you, that's what I thought too. But so far with the first 2 weeks of college, it has been nothing like that. And I'm taking a different route than I normally do, and I do not know where I am. But yeah, I have been absolutely stressed out of my mind lately, which again is a little weird because I'm only taking 4 classes and the first 2 weeks were online, so I didn't even have to commute downtown. But I felt like despite that, I was like doing schoolwork 24/7 and I've had like no free time. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Like I've barely had any time to myself. For one of my classes, we have to read the textbook every week, which, you know, is pretty normal. You know, a lot of professors, they have you read the textbook. Spoiler alert, most students don't actually do that. For one of my classes, we actually have to like show proof and we have to like write handwritten notes. And for those of you who don't know, I have notoriously slow handwriting. Like I don't hold my pencil the right way, so it takes me a really long time to write notes. I just saw some people and I am going to go this way because I do not want to engage with people at the moment. Not because of COVID, but mainly because I am antisocial. Is this an alleyway over here? Please be an alleyway, please be an alleyway. It is not. Great. So for one of my classes, we have to handwrite notes. And I kid you not, handwriting like 15 pages worth of like a textbook took me about like 4 hours. And these are things that we're like supposed to do weekly. So that's already really overwhelming. I also have another class, which is like my capstone class. For those of you who don't know, I'm a journalism major, but like I don't really want to do like journalism as a career anymore. I'm also studying marketing as well. And I'm really interested in like the digital and social media aspect of all that, but I'm still doing the journalism major because by the time I realized like, hey, this isn't really for me, I was already like 2 or 3 years in. But for my journalism major, we need to do a capstone. And a capstone is basically like, you know, your last big test. And this capstone is an investigative reporting class. And I actually don't really mind reporting. Like, sure, it can be a little like nerve-wracking, reaching out to people, talking to people, getting sources, all that stuff. But I kind of find it a lot of fun, and it's always like a cool challenge. But this investigative reporting class is like something I have never done before because it's like the last test. Like it's a real challenge. And I submitted my story pitch to my professor and he was like, hey, this is a cool story, but this is going to be a lot of work. So that's something that I'm kind of stressed out about too, because that class only meets once a week, so we need to make a lot of progress on it. And then I'm also taking a class called social media. That's literally the name of the class. I had no idea what it was. I just thought it'd be like a fun elective, and like we had an assignment and it took me like a few hours. Like I think it was one of the first times in college where like I had to type something that wasn't double spaced. Like they made us single space it and it was a lot. Luckily the professor seems really cool. It's just kind of like not what I was expecting. The first week of the class we were coming up with all these definitions of social media, which is never really something that I thought about. Like there are scholars arguing over what social media is, and on the surface I was like, okay, it's not that deep, but apparently it is. Also, my hands feel like ice right now because I'm not wearing gloves, and I feel like they're gonna fall off. Basically what I'm trying to say is I don't have that many classes, but it's still like extremely stressful. Like on my Mondays and Fridays, I only have 1 class. And I'm just like overwhelmed, to be honest with you. Like I think this is the most I've ever been overwhelmed by school in my life. I feel like when a lot of college YouTubers vlog their college experience, they always show like the fun parts. They show the parties, They show the, you know, the social outings, all that stuff. And sure, they show like the actual work, but I feel like a lot of college YouTubers don't talk about how much like college, it kind of sucks. And obviously I'm really grateful to be in the position that I'm in. I don't want to like deny that. I don't want to make it sound like I'm ungrateful, but you know, for someone who deals with like pretty bad anxiety, school is extremely stressful for me, and I imagine it is for, you know, you guys as well. Like, I feel like when a lot of people think of college, they think of the parties, they think of like the schoolwork, but like not really. Like, I feel like the social scene is a lot more highlighted. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've had people DMing me asking me about Loyola, and it's just questions about like, you know, the social scene. It's hardly ever about like the actual classes. And I'm always like, man, I wish I could be like of help to you, but I don't really know much about that. And I think genuinely it's hard for me to kind of let loose and have fun. Like, believe it or not, I'm actually really ahead on like assignments right now. Like, I'm really on top of my game. I'm looking ahead, seeing what's due, but even then, it's still like really overwhelming to me. And every time I want to sit down and make a YouTube video, I immediately think about some lingering assignment over my head, and then I'm like, man, I need to do that instead. I uploaded a video about Bionicles like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That video took me like 40 hours to make, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm super proud of it. It got like 500 views, which may not be a lot to some people, but to me, it was so reassuring to know that like you were watching it. And I want to make more videos like that, but it's just hard because those videos take a really long time. Like, I've had this half-edited video in Final Cut for like the past 2 weeks, but I just haven't worked on it because I haven't had time to. I mean, heck, this video right now, the only reason I'm filming it is because I'm on my way to the library. Like, that's why I'm able to film it. Like, I feel like right now, even by me filming this video, I'm wasting time. And I don't really know what the purpose of this video is, to be honest with you. I think it's just to say like, hey, like, you're not alone in this whole thing. Like, I feel like we don't talk enough about how stressful school really is. And it's crazy too, because my situation isn't even that bad. Like, I know there's some people that are taking 6 classes, you know, have like several jobs, have an internship, and here I am like whining about like 4 classes. But yeah, my hands are freezing cold. I'm going to go to the IC, get some work done. Maybe I'll try filming it, and I'll like probably go back to rambling in a bit, so. As you can see, it's dark outside. I was in the IC over there for probably like 2 or 3 hours, and I still didn't really finish what I needed to get done. And the old Eric would have been like, no, you're not leaving until it's done. But I have to allow myself to eat because, well, I'm getting really lightheaded and I can barely walk straight, and that's kind of when I know that it's time for me to eat. And the thing is that that assignment that I'm working on isn't due till Thursday, and it's Sunday today, but you know, there's just something in my head being like, you gotta get this done, you gotta get this done. And I'm trying to think of the best solution, and I honestly think in order for me to be like comfortable, I need to be ahead on work, and that's just something I've realized about myself. I'm sure anxiety plays a large role in that, you know, being stressed out that I don't get assignments done and that I fail all my classes and I don't graduate. But I think I really need to find a healthy balance, and I would love if any of you had any advice in the comments or anything like that to just like maybe hit me with some words of wisdom, because right now I just haven't been able to make time for myself to do the things that I enjoy, like make YouTube videos or hang out with my friends. Heck, I haven't even had time to go to the gym recently, and that was one of my New Year's resolutions, so that's going great. This is the field where I played intramural football. Underneath that snow is a turf field, I swear. I have 1 career catch, not trying to brag or anything. I'm not entirely sure what someone was trying to draw here, but I'll let you take a guess. Can I make this light? All right, I'm making a run for it. Just in time. So I got my Chipotle. I was going to eat it there, but I guess it's like a new, like Chicago, like there's a vaccine mandate. In order for me to eat it in the restaurant, I have to show them my ID and vaccination card. And I personally don't have a problem with that. I don't really mind that at all. The problem is that I completely forgot about that, and like a restaurant's never asked me for that before. And I've been here for a few weeks since coming back. So it was more like surprising. I was like, oh shoot, like I don't have it ready, you know? So I'm taking it to the student center. All right, hello everyone. I just went to the student center and ate Chipotle. As you can see, there's like a bunch of fraternity people behind me. I still don't really understand like what like fraternities are and what this whole like bidding is and this whole week thing is. I still don't understand it, and I'm 4 years into college. Also, walking here sucks because there's snow everywhere and it gets all over my shoes. But right now I'm actually headed back to my apartment. I didn't get all the work I wanted to get done finished, but I think one of the things I'm gonna have to start doing is allowing myself to, you know, not get everything done extremely early. Like, it's okay if I don't get an assignment that's due on Thursday done on Sunday. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm like, you know what, I've been working all day. I deserve to go back to my apartment, take a shower, watch the football game. I picked the Bengals to win and they won today. And my prediction for this game is the 49ers, so hopefully I'm right. The first couple weeks back have been like a little weird. You know, as I said, I've been mainly doing work and I haven't really been as social as I would have liked to. And it's not like I want to go out every weekend to a bar, but honestly, I've been kind of just keeping to myself. In fact, I've probably lost touch with like a few friends, which sucks because the goal was to make more friends, and I think I actually ended up losing friends because of my inability to keep in touch with people. I'm extremely grateful for college, but I cannot wait for this to be over. I have some friends that already graduated college or were never in college in the first place, and I feel like what their weeks consist of is them working, you know, a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, but then on the weekends they can just kind of do whatever they want. Part of me really envies that, because the reality is you know, once I graduate, I'm gonna get, you know, a typical job. At least that's the goal. And, you know, and I want that freedom to be able to do things on the weekends. But like with school, you always have work hanging over your head. And I know there's some exceptions with, you know, 9 to 5s, like sometimes you might have to work on the weekend, but I feel like, you know, once I have an actual job, I'm able to do more on the weekend. Because right now I feel like it's just 5 days of classes and then 2 days are just spent for doing homework, and I don't think it's really supposed to be like that. But I guess the main reason I'm making this video is I don't think people talk enough about the stresses that go on, you know, with college. And I think honestly, you know, my situation is very minor compared to some people. As I mentioned earlier, some people, you know, they have like 6 jobs, they have an internship, you know, they're doing, oh wait, no, not 6 jobs, 6 classes. And I was actually able to find a few YouTubers that made videos kind of about this similar topic, and I'll link them down below. But I am glad that people are talking about this, because college can be a lot for people that, you know, are anxious. And I am glad that people are talking about this, because college can really be a lot for those of you who, you know, are really anxious about things. I've literally just been doing circles around my neighborhood because I can't finish this video. But thank you for listening to me ramble. I'm sorry this isn't like a usual video. I really just wanted to let you know what was on my mind, and I thought I kind of owed some of you an explanation as to where I've been. As for the future of this channel, I like kind of having these raw, authentic conversations with you, and I also enjoy like the other kind of like video essay form videos I've been experimenting with. But the fact that people are even like watching these videos and engaging with them is absolutely insane to me. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll try to get back into the uploading thing, but no promises at this point. But I really do appreciate your support. Comment, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. My hands are cold. I'm gonna go. Bye.